case for interwebkaiju here. This is Monsters in the Movies Godzillamania. Godzillamania, Monsters in Movies is a documentary about monsters in movies, including the Showa Godzilla films. There's not just monster movie history here, but also movie history in general. I like how the film showcases a giant non-dinosaur monster used in film some 40 years before Godzilla. From there it goes to stop-motion dinosaurs, then to Kong and beyond. I don't watch Kong 33 often due to its length and the fatigue from it being alluded to, copied, and spoofed so much in pop culture, but the shot of Kong with a person in his mouth is fantastic. It's kinda cool to see black and white trailers for color films such as Reptilicus, Rodan, Destroy All Monsters, and Godzilla vs. The Thing. This spider shows up in a trailer for a movie called The Angry Red Planet. I've not seen that movie, but man, look at that spider. Surprisingly, some non-kaiju film legends pop up in the footage used, such as Peter Cushing and Vincent Price. One of my favorite things that the movie's disembodied voice mentions is a marketing campaign behind Godzilla vs. The Thing, where supposedly the movie studio put posters of Godzilla at construction sites, blaming him for the site's destruction. Much like that campaign, some of the most interesting things in Godzillamania Monsters in Movies are said and not shown, such as John Belushi hosting a segment in a Godzilla costume. Thankfully, some rare things are on display, like whatever this is. Just want to take a minute to just appreciate all that's there. There's also Bambi vs. Godzilla in its entirety, as was the case in the last Godzilla documentary I did a video on. The movie itself feels weird. It presents itself like a documentary, and the information is interesting. The clips accompany the narration, but at times it often feels like a showcase of film trailers, because when the movie gets to one, it plays the trailers completely, most of the time without any new narration. A lot of the time it's just trailer after trailer, so sometimes there's a span of more than 5 minutes with none of the overlapping narration. And as interested as I am to see what information the movie will give to me, I kind of zone out when these trailer segments occur, especially when it's showing some less exciting non-kaiju affairs. That being said, the title is Monsters in Movies and not Giant Monsters in Movies, but there's a lot more non-giant monsters on display. Did we really need a segment between Godzilla vs. Gigan and Godzilla vs. Megalon about the alligator people? Sometimes footage from the same movie switches from pan and scan to widescreen, which is more confusing than irritating, to be honest. The picture quality seems really low, even with being a VHS. This was a new sealed copy, so the actual tape should be fine, though I guess the quality could be contributed to my VHS player itself. Just blurriness. There may be some green and red lines across some of the footage used, but that was solely due to the converter dongle I was using and did not appear when watching the tape on my TV. The narration level is a little low and kind of hard to understand when put against background music and sound effects. Sometimes narrating over narration from the footage, or more often movie trailers, is the most annoying parts. The movie plays out like a video companion to an essay written about, unsurprisingly, Godzilla and other, mainly US monsters, and it seems like a decent essay, but it has no conclusion. The last words spoken by the narrator literally are, and last but not least, before Bambi vs. Godzilla plays, and from there it goes straight to the credits. In my mind, bad for the narrative and bad for the structure of the movie as a whole. VHS tapes sometimes have bonus segments after the credits, and if you were wondering if this one does, sadly, it doesn't. So that was Monsters in the Movie Godzillamania. It's just it's a documentary. You know, it's not great, it's not terrible. If it seems interesting, it won't hurt to try it. If you have any movies, TV shows you'd like me to review, leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.
One of the most popular scenes among Godzilla fans is the Whirlpool Sequence at the beginning. Toho decided to, and last but not least,